The rain
in Spain
falls mainly on my caps.
Is he ever going to learn?
No.
You're trying to get your head together to do a show.
No, he just has no concept of what that's like.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, look, the thing I want from him is just get me some hot water. I don't really want to hear from him.
That's not what he does. He asks you questions, he said.
Yeah. Bullshit. He comes in today, he goes, I don't want, first thing out of his mouth, I'm trying to read the paper. I don't want to burst your bubble. But, he doesn't have any idea how much he annoys me in the morning. Because things, I'm ultra sensitive anyway in the morning. I don't want to burst your bubble. But, Senator D'Amato was on Amazon's show the day after ours.
Oh.
So I go, well, then I'm really, now I'm really ripping. I go, what do you mean? Are you here to burst my... I said, what bubble do you think you're bursting? Why would you think that would burst my bubble? Poor choice of words, young boy. Why do you think that would burst my bubble? What do I care where he goes? What you mean? He goes, well, it's just that I thought we was getting something special. I go, we did get something special. What's it got to do with anything else? What's it got to do with Imus? What does it got to do with... Why would you come in first thing in the morning and say, I don't want to burst your bubble? What bubble are you bursting? I've got ratings and a career. He burst my bubble.
Why do you think he did this first?
Yeah. But why isn't he bursting your bubble? You work on this show, too. You dope.
Just because Bobby Kennedy got Maryland's second? Was that like, I don't want to burst your bubble?
I won't burst your bubble, but I had her. I don't know. I don't know what the hell he's talking about in there. It's like it's 5:30 in the morning. Baba Booey comes in to do his job, and his job seems to be just annoying him.
To bring your head down or something.
Yeah. It's just like, how can I irritate Howard? I don't need to burst the old bubble.
What is that? Is that some kind of a... Howard thinks he's a big shot?
Yeah. Hey, I'll bring him down this morning.
I got to keep his feet on the ground.
I got a retard for a producer. And this whole term producer, I'm taking that away from him. He's not a producer. He's a glorified intern. Producer. Wow. He's like, a marble mouth.
It's very distinct. When I came in today, I knew something had happened. I mean,
No. I was just irritated in
you must
general.
have yelled at him or something because he wasn't himself this morning. When I walked in, hi, he was like,
hey. No, you know what it is? I just gave him a bunch of things to work on this morning, and he's all worked up. He's not used to that. And I gave him 5 things to file.
That's it?
I know he thinks I'm busting his balls. Boy, right out of the box, a whole bunch of things to put away.
It's like we work with Gabby Hayes.
Yeah. And I read about other producers. Since I started this thing, there never were producers in radio. Nobody had a producer. Now I see everybody's got a producer. Tony Pig, who comes on after me here in New York, he's got a producer. Every radio guy now has a producer.
Yeah, I keep reading these producers' names in the paper.
Yeah. You read, this guy has a producer, that guy has a producer. Okay. It's another thing I innovated. And
Joe Blow, the producer of the Zoo.
Yeah, the producer. But I read about these other producers. One of them just became a program director of a major station in Chicago. Rick Dees' producer became a program director of...
Really?
Oh, yeah. And I read about all this stuff, and I go, whoa, look at these producers. Maybe I could be getting better. Maybe I'm not really... handling that part of our lives well.
Yeah, maybe somebody could actually be doing something for us.
Instead of coming and go, I want to burst your bubble.
Yeah, bursting our bubble isn't what we want a producer to do.
Hey, I want to burst your bubble. Gary seems to produce mostly stuff out of his ears and nose.
And film for his teeth.
Yeah. I don't want to burst your bubble. I just produce something, Howard, and I got to tell you about some wax for my ears, some snot for my nose, and some film for my teeth.
Hey, look at this.
Yeah. What is this? We're studying what comes out of him.
It was so productive.
All I know is he goes outside on the street and he picks his nose and is studying it in the street.
Yeah.
And then he picks his ear and he's studying that.
Why does he have to look at everything that comes out of his body?
Why bother looking?
And why does he have to do it during the show on camera? Always picking.
Hey, you gotta admit he's relaxed. Hey, can you hear him boiling in the office? You know he wants to come in and defend himself.
Oh, yeah, I can't believe he hasn't run in here.
All I was trying to say is I don't want to burst your bubble. I don't want to burst your bubble. Interesting. I said to him, why do you assume that would burst my bubble?
And why didn't it burst his? You're right.
Yeah.
Why didn't he get upset? If there's something to be upset about.
Well, I just assumed we got something exclusive. I go, why do you assume that? The senator needs as much press as he can get in a positive way right now. Well, I'm not in charge of his schedule. Well, I'm the only guy on the radio?
Yeah, he's your personal senator?
Yeah, right. He's my senator now. He's in my back pocket. You know when Henry Hill said he could be reached? I could reach him. Howard Stern can reach him.
No, he's reachable.
It's a man who's going to go on a lot more radio shows than just this one, or Imus, or anybody else.
Well, we should have banned him from prime time, too.
Yeah. Sam Johnson. I don't want to bust your bubble, but Senator D'Amato was just on prime time with Sam Donaldson. Duh. I don't want to burst your bubble. Gary, I didn't think you were coming in because I beat up on you so bad already this morning.
I wasn't.
Yeah, we knew you were hiding. But now he wants to tell his crack house story.
Well, since I almost died for you and you totally could give a crap, I figured I'd at least come in and tell my story.
Well, why not die for me?
Yeah, right. So worth it.
Since I almost died for you.
Oh, boost your bubble.
I don't want to bust your bubble, but I
I'm going to tell you
almost
something
died
right
for
now.
you.
What I did on Friday was the stupidest thing I ever did, and I would never do it again. It really was silly for me to... I mean, it's only a TV show. I mean, I know it's a good TV show.
I could name some more stupid things you've done.
Yeah, but now, I've never done anything that stupid
And life
danger-wise.
Oh, you actually had to do some work on Friday, and you think that was stupid.
Yeah, right.
I see.
Like, we've never risked our lives for this shit.
Nah.
Not like this, you haven't.
How do you know? How do you know what I've done?
Because I'm with you every time you do anything.
You haven't been with us all the time.
That's right. You came into it in New York.
Right.
We were doing plenty of stupid things before we met you. The reason we got you is so you could do all the stupid things.
But I'm telling you, this was the most ridiculous thing I've ever done. But
yeah, meanwhile, you can't stop talking about it, and you get a whole story out of it for the rest of your life.
so then tell it yourself, man.
All right, goodbye. Goodbye.
I don't need to tell a story.
Good. See you. Hey. I hope that you, I didn't bust your bubble.
Oh, boy.
His life is dangerous. Can you imagine this? I write for 2 hours every day in a room with no ventilation and no air in the room, and he's telling me how dangerous his life is. Every day I go back with Jackie and Fred in a room, a box, like a veal, with no air in it, and he's telling me he's living a life of danger. We get done with these commercials, I'm going to drag his ass back in here.
I want to hear him tell this story.
Right. He's all shook up. My life is to shake people up. Unfortunately, the people around me are always people I work with. Bring in some people, I'll shake them up. We got to take a break. We'll be right back.
It's the 4th of July, Monday morning. I'm Dia Stein, and here's more with Howard and Gary as they continue to argue on the best of Stern.
Where's Baba?
Booey? He's out in the hall somewhere.
Baba Booey.
Goes.
Oh, come on in, Baba Booey. Don't be a baby.
How could he get this upset?
I'm just yanking your crank. He's Baba blubbering out in the hall. Like a Baba blowfish.
He gets so upset.
He does. He gets all irritated. You know why I get irritated? Because I work for you. I work really hard, and then you make fun of me. That's why I get hurt. Come on, you got to admit you were pretty irritating this morning.
You got to admit that in a lot of other instances you would have wanted to know about that.
Yeah, but not in that. Not in. It's just weird how you put things.
Well, no, it's just weird that that was one of the things you didn't want to know about, so you hate it. It would be nice every once in a while.
No. I don't mind knowing about that. It's just interesting your reaction to me. I don't want to break your bubble.
What is that? That wasn't my reaction.
I don't want to burst your bubble.
Okay, so then listen. Go.
Oh,
What? Hey.
What is wrong with him?
All right, I'll pick on Fred then.
I know.
What, Fred, huh? What do you think of that?
That was very intense.
Yeah.
you told me you didn't know. Then I
So
wondered.
if I don't know, how many times will you keep asking me if I know?
But I mean, that's not a satisfactory answer. I don't know. In other words, you should.
But what do you need a satisfactory answer?
What's that?
Why do you need it? I don't have that answer, so why do you need that answer?
But you sort of do have that answer. You can tell me a little bit more of what's going on. You just.
What do you want me to
keep
tell
us
you?
In the dark.
I choose to keep you in the dark. You think that I am choosing? This is a master strategy on my part.
No. It's just not that intelligent.
Tell me what you know about it. I want you to be totally honest in front of an audience.
So I don't know anything.
What do you know so far? What is your summation of all the information I've given you? What do you think the answer to your question is?
Well, I know
about
that
the
you're
TV
working on
show?
putting some things together.
Right. What am I working on putting together?
But you
tell
don't
everybody.
But you don't tell us what your progress is. We don't know where you are. That's the point.
What?
I know you're
Wait a
looking
second.
for an executive. You're looking for an
Right,
executive
right.
producer.
So what is my
and then you're
progress?
looking well, have you interviewed some? Have you talked to anybody? Is there anybody that you like?
You need to know that in order to function on your job.
No, I don't need it to function. I think it would just be nice to clue us all in. I don't
you
need
in-
to know it.
What is it that you think that I have clued you know as much about this situation as I do?
But is he speaking for all of us here?
No, I'm speaking
No,
for
for
myself.
himself.
I
I hope he's speaking for himself.
Yeah.
What is it you think that I know that I'm keeping you in the dark about?
What did I just say?
About an executive producer? I told you I cannot begin looking for an executive producer until I ironed out all my problems with WOR.
Right, okay, so what are those problems?
Those problems are that I have not decided on whether or not I have a TV show based on whether they can afford to hire these people. How much more information do you need than
When are
that?
you going to decide? That's a question.
I don't have the time right now to decide on who I can go interview. I'm very busy. So I don't have an answer for you. How much of in order for you to function on a daily basis,
No, it's not for me to
why do
function.
you
I can
need
function
to have
fine.
an answer? I don't have an answer for you.
Because it would be nice to go to a job and have an idea
But you
of whether
see
it's going to last
that
6
you-
months or 6 more minutes.
You want to know whether or not your job at WOR is going to last 6 months or 6 more minutes.
Right.
You can assume that your job will last as long as 6 minutes or 6 months. None of us has an answer. Nothing is guaranteed. You know what you need to be? A union worker at a steel shop.
No.
Where you'll get in a union and they'll tell you how long your job will last. Till
And
you
I'm
get
not
to your pension.
And you want to know something? I'm
You
not
need
the
to be a
only
teacher.
one who wonders
You need
these
to
things.
be
I'm
a
just the only
teacher.
person who has the balls to ask you.
No.
Who are these other people?
Other people have asked me from time to time, and I explained to them, I don't have an answer. I have been trying to put together a production team, and I don't have an answer. What do you think I am keeping you in the dark about?
Well, now I know.
But I've told you this 900 times.
Yeah, but I just don't know what status we're at. How much
You
you've
Here he
done.
goes
updating
again.
him on a daily
It's
basis.
not a wrong-
I don't know what status we're at. I don't know if the TV show will be another week or 7. I can't give you an answer.
But do you think this is a horrible thing to ask you about?
Over and over again, yes. You're still asking me, and I gave you the answer.
I ask you every couple of
You're
weeks.
like a
I ask you maybe
retarded child,
I ask
Gary.
you once every 2 weeks, which isn't a horrible thing.
No. You ask me on the phone every time I speak to you.
not every
You
time.
constantly ask me. So
I ask you
I'm
every
in there
couple of
reading the newspaper, preparing for my
Picking your
show,
nose.
and every couple of minutes I get the question, what do you think?
No, now where did it go from every week
I
to
hear
every
it
couple
all
of
the
minutes?
time out of your mouth. I don't have an answer. And what you should do from now on when you have these questions is call WWOR. I'll give you a number to call, and you can call my
You're the
agent.
only one who knows. I'd love to call your agent. He might actually talk to you.
So then call him.
But he
And
won't.
I don't know what you're
Tell me.
why this is so important to you. Just perform your job. We're doing a TV show this week.
Has my job been?
We are
has my
doing-
job been any less? Not knowing
Yes.
these things.
Yes.
So
You're annoying me in the morning with your
but that has
questions.
nothing to do with me being any less.
And
productive.
you're telling people that my brain is smoking from the question. It's not the question.
I have been no less productive not knowing the status of the show. I just would like to know, but I will not. But
You
my
have
job any
been
better.
less productive
That's not true.
because you are annoying me. So you are less productive.
No,
The
there's no
less productive
correlation.
that I am.
I might be more annoying, but
When
I'm not less
I'll
productive.
tell you your correlation. Your job is to make me tension-free.
Well, then you better get someone else. I obviously can't handle that function.
Your job. Before I
guess I'm
fire
not
you,
good at it.
I'm about this close to firing you right now for real, because you don't understand the basis of your job.
I do
Your
understand
job
the
is
basis
to
of it.
make sure in the morning that I read the newspaper. So therefore, the newspaper should be there. The door should be open so I can get in quickly. Now you've taken care of that. Now when I'm reading the newspaper, you must value your words very carefully. You must sit there and evaluate. Gee, Boss is reading newspaper.
Actually, that should
means
go
he's
to
preparing
every
for a
day.
show.
That should go through the rest of your life when I talk to you. Not just reading the paper, but all day long. I should value my words.
Right. Right.
Everyone should walk around with trepidation and walk on eggshells.
Not
No, not
everyone.
trepidation.
No, just me.
No, you.
Just me.
I'm
right.
talking about
I got
your
it.
job description.
I've got it now.
Now, on the other hand, I have gone to Fred on many an occasion. I said, Fred, have no trepidation. I want to hear every one of your ideas. You're my writer. I don't care. Give me your ideas.
We want you to elaborate.
I want you to talk to me during commercials. I want you to talk to me. And I've said the same thing to Jackie. So Jackie and Fred have a different job than you.
Right.
Your job is to make my
job
life
is to
easy.
shut up, and Fred's job is to talk. And
Right.
both of us are doing our jobs wrong.
Right.
I
No,
got you.
That's right. There's room for improvement on both of your parts. Now you're starting to understand. Now, let me explain something more. As long as we're on the topic of your job description, let me keep going in this vein.
Right.
When I am reading the paper in the morning,
Right.
all right, and you walk in, and it's essential that I sort of get through that because the more prepared I am for this show, the higher my ratings will be. The higher my ratings means I might be employed longer, which means you're going to have a job. Because the day that I'm out of here, K-Rock will fire you. I guarantee you that.
I know that.
So when I'm down, you'll be down. Got it?
Got it.
Okay, now, so when you're sitting and evaluating your job and you say, when would be the best time to ask the boss the 900th time what's going on with the TV
You were
show?
done reading your paper at that point.
No,
Jackie
I wasn't
was
done.
talking
No,
to you
Jackie was talking to me.
about nothing. What was it?
Don't evaluate what Jackie and I talked about. Jackie is a writer. I told him to
you just
interrupt
told me
me
to-
whenever he feels like talking.
You just told me to evaluate when I can talk to you. I evaluated that you and Jackie were
But
having
why
small
would you
talk,
ask
which was
the
not gonna be a big
same
interruption.
question over and over again like someone who is of low IQ? And you
The
have a
last
very
time
high
I-
IQ.
Last time I asked you that question was about a week and a half ago.
All right, now repeat after me. Let's see if you got
no
it.
repeating today.
Let's see if you can
There
repeat
will be
that.
no
Let's see if you
repeating
can do
today.
this. I will serve Howard faithfully.
I'll help you out. I could be your pal.
I will try not to think. I will be invisible, and I will go to a tooth shrinker. All right, if there is such a thing. Is there such a thing as a tooth shrinker?
I've never heard of such a thing.
He still doesn't understand his job description. This is the problem.
These conversations baffle me. How they go
My
on.
job is to anticipate your mood,
Right.
which is a spin of the wheel.
No.
Well, just on that note,
I don't
why
want-
would you come to him at the very top of the morning and say, I don't want to burst your bubble?
Yeah.
Because on a
Why would that burst my bubble?
On any other day of the week, I could walk in and do the same thing.
No, you
and
couldn't.
he could brush it aside and it would mean nothing. Or he could say, oh,
Well,
I
I
didn't
find
know
it
that.
curious that
But
my
today-
bubble is burst, but
today-
yours isn't. Why isn't your bubble burst?
It was.
He comes in this morning, for those of you just tuning in, and says to me, we got to break for spots. I'll continue this when we get back. And let me tell you something. These conversations are good because they seem to make you clear on your job.
Well, you need to have these conversations on the air. These are important.
Yeah, they are.
What?
I think Gary's trying to say he's learning from it.
Oh, okay.
So if I can continue having these
Oh,
conversations
this
on the
is
air, you'd
good.
appreciate
Okay.
it.
It's a good thing.
Yeah. I'm going to make you a crack producer yet. Robin says I shouldn't even bother. There's no way I can mold you. I'm going to show you that I can. I don't take... You know what? I'm not listening to her.
You know what? But, it's true. Because he has been continuing to try to do this
Right.
in spite of everything I said. He's going to
Robin
make you
says
into a producer
this is
yet.
the wrong career for you. I say it's not. I think you can be more.
Howard feels that he could make... In fact, this is like a Pygmalion kind of thing.
Well, you guys are stuck already because now you've tried so long
All right.
that to
It would be
throw
a
me out in the
waste,
real world
yes.
would be cruel.
Here's a guy comes in first thing in the morning to brag to me that the guests he didn't bring in the first place are not exclusive. Okay? It's interesting. You are going to get this. And after this, you're going to be the best producer in the country. Everyone's going to be making you job offers. I only hope I can...
He's taking this on as a personal mission.
I only hope I can afford you. And you know what? This is like My Fair Lady.
Yeah.
And you know what he's going to do? He's going to leave me after I make him into a top-notch
Oh, he's
guy.
going to get upset with you.
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't appreciate him.
Right.
After
But
all
I'm the guy
you've done
molding.
for him.
Don't forget, when I started in this business, nobody had a producer. I created an industry.
There was never a radio producer before you?
No way.
Never.
No way. Never. I was in Detroit. I was in Washington. I was in Hartford. I used to go to general managers. I want to produce. I want a guy behind the scenes who could... What are you talking about? Why can't Robin do that? I go, well, Robin's doing news. Why can't you do that? What are you doing? I'm busy writing and creating. Remember, I got Fred hired under that premise
That's right.
in Washington.
Fred got a promotion, though.
Right.
Somehow we can't promote Baba Booey.
No.
To what? To where?
There's nowhere for you to go. Right. We'll be back right after these important words.